So Boruto's time skip is just around the corner, and this has a lot of us Naruto and Boruto fans hyped. And today we're going to be speculating the course of Boruto's future, considering he's going to be a rogue ninja and the Leaf Village isn't going to be his home anymore. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to your boy if you love Naruto or Boruto content, because I plan to stay consistent for both series, so let's get to it. So Kishimoto is notorious for making us fall in love with rogue characters. Most fan favorite characters are fucking villains. Like, if we really reflect back on the Naruto series, Kishimoto's lineup is crazy. When a character leaves their village and goes rogue, it's usually for one of two reasons. First reason is because they typically didn't live by the honorable shinobi code and they simply had evil intent, which gave them bad relations with their village, the Kage, and the other shinobi of that nation. Orochimaru is a perfect example of this. Or there's the characters that go rogue because the plot decided to screw them over and they basically lost everything and they're broken heroes. If we could predict or anticipate who Boruto's future is mostly going to resemble, it's gotta be Teen Sasuke's. And I'm not talking about 5 Kage Summit Sasuke, dude was a menace. We're talking about the Sasuke that beat Naruto in the final valley fight and went off to Orochimaru, beginning of Shippuden Sasuke. Boruto is not gonna be the rogue ninja or the villain that's just murdering people for the fuck of it. That's not who he is. When Sasuke was at Orochimaru's hideout, even though he was rogue, he still had his heart intact and he wasn't ruthless like we saw him become later on in the series. Time skip or beginning of Shippuden Sasuke is the perfect example of how I expect Boruto to be. A rogue ninja due to his unfortunate circumstances, but he still has his head on straight and he's not making innocent people victims. This scene of Sasuke is a perfect example. Sasuke defeated by himself these 1000 shinobi that were set up by Orochimaru. Orochimaru tells Sasuke, you're really not going to kill any of them? You'll never kill Itachi with that mindset of yours. You're not heartless yet. Then Sasuke says, shut the fuck up, homie. You don't know me. When I'm running my 1v1s with Itachi, I'm gonna be heartless, alright? Ultimately, both these rogue characters have a goal they're aiming for. Sasuke's was to kill Itachi no matter what, even if it came to the point where he had to go rogue and abandon the Leaf Village. And Boruto's gonna have an ultimate goal of rewriting history and undoing Ada's false reality, but he isn't and he can't do this alone. Boruto is certainly gonna be a lone wolf for a certain period of time, but when a Leaf Shinobi goes rogue, you know damn well they're gonna be joining an organization. Yup, I said it. Now, Boruto joining something as terrorist-like and extreme as the Akatsuki is somewhat of an overstatement, but it's still certainly possible. Itachi was able to join the Akatsuki, even though he had the purest intentions out of all the group and he was basically a spy. You still gotta be pretty fucked in the head to join the Akatsuki. I'm sorry, that's like their main requirement. You gotta be fucking mentally ill. I will always love Itachi as a character, but I don't believe he's the most mentally sane character. I mean, he killed his own people. Yes, it was for the greater good, and yes, he was being manipulated by the Leaf Elders. He was only 13 years old. But what I'm trying to say is, being in such an evil organization, even if you're a spy, isn't an easy thing to follow through with. The more realistic expectation would be Boruto forming his own group, the same way Sasuke did with Hebi or Taka. Sasuke gathered a bunch of outcasts from their respective villages who were all connected to Orochimaru. Taka is such an underrated group, they all merged together so well. I'd say they're just as enjoyable to watch as the original Team 7, unpopular opinion. Their first and main and only goal was to locate and kill Itachi Uchiha. Hebi really wasn't a murderous group. They started off with good intent, until Sasuke learned the truth about the Uchiha massacre and Itachi and lost his shit completely. That's when Taka officially formulated and Sasuke and Suigetsu and Jugo became much more brutal. Karin was always just kinda at heart, bro. Her main goal was always just to dick ride Sasuke and tag along. Ultimately though, Sasuke and Taka were never super ruthless if we're comparing them to the other villain groups of the Naruto series. If we really reflect on the parallels and dynamic of Boruto and Sasuke, it's pretty evident Kishimoto's making Boruto go down Teen Sasuke's route. There's definitely a twist and a different approach, but the inspiration is certainly there. Knowing Kishimoto's style, there's certainly going to be a female lead inside the group or organization, and that's most likely going to be Sarada, since she's the only one that remembers Boruto. Besides Boruto forming his own crew, there's potential for him to gain a new mentor or sensei. If anything, we can expect Sasuke to go rogue again with Boruto, since Boruto has his headband, and that'll trigger something in Sasuke to realize that reality's been rewritten. In all honesty though, I feel like we've seen quite enough of the master-student dynamic between Boruto and Sasuke. We need to get introduced to a new sensei that can teach Boruto new techniques, such as how to control his karma or how to utilize his Jogan, someone that's really tapped into the Otsutsuki powers. We can't just forget that Shiba, the Otsutsuki god, was shown. This dude might either have beef with Boruto or he might be his homie. But if Boruto's got an issue with Shiba in the long term, all I gotta say is good luck, my boy. Ultimately, Rogue Boruto has a very dark future ahead of him, and we're all here for the ride. I need Boruto to be badass. I need Boruto to be the next Madara, and there's been foreshadowing in the openings that Boruto is going down Madara's path. I need Boruto to give me Batman vibes the next time he's on the screen. I need a dark cloak and mysterious vibes. That's all I'm asking for. But if the cloak and sword come with the cost of Sasuke's death, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pass, my boy. Sasuke cannot die. That shit would break my heart. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be talking about the Boruto manga and the Naruto series much more from now on. So if you love both, subscribe to your boy. Let's get it.